Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am delighted that we are here today debating the Ratepayer Protection Act, which will give Americans some assurances that when an AI data center is constructed, it will not drive up their residential electric rates. And there are a couple of important reasons why this is so critical. We all know that building the data centers that provide the compute that make AI run is going to be critical to having the United States maintain its leadership in the development and deployment of frontier AI, which will probably be the most important tool for driving increased worker productivity in our country and throughout the world that mankind has ever invented. But it's also important because we have a public perception problem, and our geopolitical adversaries, such as China and Russia, are investing vast sums of money in trying to influence public opinion against data centers. And if anyone here on the panel has doubts about that, I urge you to go to a SCIF, get a classified briefing on this. It's very eye-opening. They're doing this through state media messaging overtly and also covertly through covert social media operations and covert advocacy networks. What they want is for us to stop building data centers because they think that that's the best way that they can catch up and surpass us in AI development and deployment. So I think it's important to be clear-eyed about this. It's also important that we explain the truth to our constituents. And the truth is, if you are a hyperscaler right now looking to invest $1 to $10 billion in a new data center, the number one thing you're worried about is where your power is coming from. And so what you want to do is you want on-site generation that's behind the meter that you control. And if you can't get that, you want a local provider to build new generation and dedicate it to you. And either one of those things, you want to pay for that so to make sure that you have access to 100% reliable baseload energy. In either of those scenarios, if you're bringing generation with you, you're going to size that generation to 100% of the maximum that you will ever use. And because generation is most efficient when it runs at 100% maximum load, you're actually going to over-generate when you turn your data center on, and you're going to sell the excess energy back onto the grid. And ironically, folks, that drives down residential electric rates, not up. So that is the reality. And so I'm very glad that we are here debating a bill that's going to make it clear to the American public that their rates are not going to go up as a result of data centers. But we need to do more to try and evangelize this, because we've got states like New York who this week imposed a one-year ban, moratorium on the construction of new data centers in the state. And honestly, I was going to offer an amendment to the bill, kind of tongue-in-cheek today. I'm not going to do it because you know, we're doing some serious legislating, and this was not a lawmaking effort. I was going to offer an amendment that said, if you're a state and you're going to impose a moratorium on data center construction, that's fine. You have the right to do that. But guess what? No compute for you, right? Which is fair, because why should a state say we want access to all the compute the data centers provide and all the productivity that's going to add to our workforce and the ability to do cloud storage, but we're not going to allow that to be built on state territory. It's just nonsensical. So I am delighted that we're going to pass this today with broad bipartisan support, but I think it's important also that we communicate clearly with the American public what the situation is with data centers and water usage and power usage, and most importantly, the fact that our geopolitical competitors are actively investing in trying to poison American public opinion against these data centers. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.